That's a 50-50 fight for me, man. That's a 50-50 fight because they both have things that each other cancels each other out. Fuck, that's a good fight. I pray to the MMA gods that it happens this time. Is it 5th time's the charm, 6th time's the charm, whatever it is. Pray to the MMA gods. Offer a sacrifice. I'll offer a sacrifice so that way the MMA gods will be pleased and the fight will go through in April, sorry.
But, you know, before the Khabib fought Dustin Poirier, I thought that Tony was just going to blow him out the water. Thought he'd be too much, too tough, and his cardio would be too good. But after seeing that, it's very hard for me. It's hard for me to pick one in that. I might give it, if you're going to put a gun on my head, make me, I'll go Khabib.
I think Khabib's going to win. I think I think it's going to be a decision. I think it's going to be the hardest fight of his life. I think we might see him bleed. Tony's got some crazy elbows, crazy distances and angles and times. So yeah, I think it's going to be a factor. I think Khabib's going to win.
Khabib versus Tony Ferguson.
Khabib time. Khabib, I think Khabib's going to stop him first round, first punch of the very first minute of the fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov, that's it.
If that happens, would be epic, because I think that they've tried that 4 times already. But Khabib's wrestling is legit. Tony Ferguson is very good everywhere, even off of his back. But I think Khabib may pull that one off.
And Khabib and Tony, if it happens?
I'm going to go with Tony. I believe Tony will get Khabib out of there because Tony is a completely different type of fighter himself. He's unique, and I don't think Khabib have faced an opponent like Tony before.
Khabib. I mean, Khabib is just a whole another type. Like I told him when I first got in, I'm trying to get on your level, bro. Like where I get people down and maul them. There's no question of am I getting up or am I going to be okay. When he take you down, you're down. You enjoy the ride because he's going to keep you there and he's good at it.
Khabib and Ferguson coming up as well?
Khabib.
Why?
Why? I don't know. He is monster, you know, in this category. I don't know why, but I think he gonna win the fight. He take him down, punch, and he do what he do best.
Again, I like both guys, but Tony's my boy, so I'm going with Tony.
Why would you go for Tony, apart from obviously?
I think just overall his skill set is a little bit more diverse, and I think, you know, with Khabib, you know, obviously everyone knows what he's going to do, and but yet no one's been able to stop it. I think Tony's unorthodox style, you know, being on the ground and, you know, in scrambles and kind of having the cardio that he has, I think that he'll be able to, you know, to make it a little tough for Khabib to, you know, lay on top of you and pound you out like he's done a lot of guys. And then I think on the feet, I think he's more diverse in terms of with his punch, kicks, elbows, knees. I think he'll be able to get the job.
You have a record like that when you look at the competition that he's faced. Now, Tony Ferguson is a great guy. He lives in Orange County where I live now, and we have the same manager. So it's a difficult one for me to answer because I don't want to offend anybody. Tony Ferguson is a very, very unique fighter. He's very unorthodox, and he can pull out these crazy submissions. I think it's fair to say Khabib is going to take him down. I'm going to see some nasty ground and pound, but Tony is definitely capable of finishing the fight via submission. The only troublesome area I see for Tony, though, is his last fight against Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee in the first round took him down, mounted him, landed some heavy shots, and he was kind of saved by the bell. If Kevin Lee can do that to Tony, then Khabib sure as hell can. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough fight. I'm sitting on the fence. We'll see what happens.
No, to be honest, I feel the same about Michael. I lean slightly more towards Khabib because his game plan's proven over 25 fights. He's just marched his way through people. And you look at Tony Ferguson, and Tony's got a very scattered game. It's very creative, but the core of it is not based in basics like Khabib's is. So for me, Khabib's going to stick to what he always does, and Tony's got to kind of attack him from the sides and try and catch him with something. Imanari roll, one of those flying elbows, one of the switch step cross right that he throws. He's got loads of really nice things. And what is interesting is that because he's so unorthodox, it's unlikely that Khabib's faced somebody like that before. So there is that element of surprise there. And Michael will tell you this as well. When you see Tony Ferguson, it's amazing how long his reach is. He's got really...
he's very big for the weight.
Yeah, I mean, so he's very awkward. Can catch you with weird angles. So I'm leaning towards Khabib.
Okay.
So, yeah,
and by the way, if you were like saying there's a date on, does that mean like Stipe finally agreed? Where do we stand on that?
You know, Stipe was getting healthy. I know they were having conversations with him. I was having conversations with the company. Like, I thought we were getting fairly close. It felt like we were getting fairly close. And I believe that Stipe wants to do this third fight because he's a competitor, man. And who wants to be 1-1? Why not go try to, win the trilogy, especially when you exploited such a big spot in my defenses in the last fight. Maybe he could do that earlier this time.
But so in your mind, are you giving yourself a deadline? Because we're way past that 40-year-old.
Oh, God, I think, hey, it's over. Like, the 40-year-old
Okay, so that's
thing,
just done.
Hey, listen, I'm not Bernard Hopkins. I'm not going to go to 49 years old.
You're kind of become him.
This is the last time. Well, but listen, I've become Bernard, but Bernard kept his belt. Like, don't compare me to the great Bernard Hopkins. Right? Bernard never lost his title during all that time. But I'm going to fight him one time, and then that's going to be a wrap. I can do this. I can do this. I can talk for a living.
Okay, so that's the one piece. The other piece that we have to get out of the way. Is it true Khabib went back to Russia? This is in the Russian news.
Oh.
What? What is that?
You didn't tell me you were gonna. You didn't tell me you were gonna ask me this. Like, how much?
It's all in the news. It's all in the news.
See this. Where?
It's all over the place.
Proof or I don't know.
TASS.
Proof or
you think I'm putting you on the spot here? It's all over the place. Khabib went back to Russia to resume his training. You want me to pull up the article right now?
Yes, I would like that.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Wow! All of a sudden, cat got your tongue. What are you worried? What are you worried about?
I thought, no, actually, last I spoke to Khabib, I thought, hey, man. Well, first thing, this was the thing, right? Javier Mendez, Khabib and I had a conversation a couple weeks ago when this thing started going crazy, right? And we started talking about making sure that Khabib had the gym available to him solely, right? I think that went on for a little bit. But,
that's right.
Yeah, if he's home, it's smart. He needs to be with his family. He's got children. He's got a wife. He's got a young kid. He's got a very young kid that he needs to be around. And as you know, that those are the people most affected, young children and elderly. So it's good for Khabib to be home.